This checklist may be a little bit different from checklists you've seen before. I'm just going to run it past you real quickly here. If you're evacuating from the current storm that's on the horizon, so to speak, or if you just want to make up a list for when you might have to evacuate at some point in time, I thought of a few things that might be a little bit different. Some of them are standard items that you might want to think about as you're making a preparation. Please make a list if you haven't evacuated yet. Sit down calmly, maybe brainstorm with family members and make a list of things that you don't want to leave behind, including the family pet and a little bit of pet food, including pacifiers and things for the babies. One idea that came to me as I was making the list is it may be smart if you think you're probably going to be without power is to empty your refrigerator now. Either pack the food up in a cooler. You can take a large, any kind of a container really, any kind of a container, and make a block of ice if you set it in your freezer for until you get ready to evacuate, and put that in with your food in your cooler if you're going to take it with you. The blocks of ice take a lot longer to melt, and you can take a 2-liter soda pop bottle, for those of you that call it soda, fill it almost all the way with water and put that in your freezer until you get ready to leave. Maybe a couple of those, and those last really well, and then they don't leak all over the place. Okay, so empty your refrigerator now and leave it propped open or taped open so that you don't come home to a stinky mess when you return. Of course, the traditional items, food, water, and maps, pillows, clothing. You might want to take toilet paper and tissues with you because the restrooms will probably be in constant use on the roads that you're on, and they may run short of that. So TP or tissues, fresh fruit if you have any. Then I was thinking along the lines of things that you would want to have your hands on if there was a lot of damage when you return. Things such as deeds to your property, certificates of deposit kind of thing, marriage license, birth certificates, insurance papers, a video of all your possessions if you haven't taken a video of your possessions. If you just go from room to room and take a videotape and maybe open cupboards and drawers, and that's probably a topic for another video, but take a video of all your possessions, your prescription drugs. Don't be too concerned about refilling them. Most of the chain stores will do refills from other locations. You might want to think about sunscreen. Of course, you're going to need cash and in small bills and coins. Of course, photographs. You might want to take your pictures down off the walls if you run out of space to put these in your vehicles. Those might be the kind of things that you'd want to take to UPS or FedExpress or the Postal Service and ship them to another location, a friend or a relative out of the storm range. Small heirlooms, grooming supplies, especially things like soap, deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, makeup. You'd be surprised how much difference it makes to be able to have your makeup or your shaving lotion or your razors for the guys. The kids and their comfort items, such as a stuffed animal or a toy. If there's a large stuffed animal that your children want to take, promise them you'll buy them a new one at the other end, and then keep your promise. Of course, pet food, pictures off the walls, I said, cell phone chargers. What does this say? I'm trying to read it. Extra something. I can't read it. I'll come back to that. Things that may be irreplaceable that you want to hang on to, such as a wedding dress or a christening gown or handmade quilts. Irreplaceables, letters. Phone numbers are usually going to be in your cell phone, but any additional phone numbers and addresses. You might want to take a pair of slippers if you might be staying in a hotel or somebody else's home. And, extra shoes. That's what that said. You might want to take an extra pair of shoes in case one gets wet. And that is all that I have on this particular list. But if you sit down with a pen and paper and go over as a family the things that you don't want to leave behind, there may be some maybe ask your young children if you could take 2 things with you. You know, what do you want to take? Because it's anybody's guess how severe the damage will be and how long it will be until people can get back into their homes, or things that are ruined by water. You don't want to have family heirlooms or your important papers ruined by water damage. That's the end of this video. 5 minutes and 30 seconds is long enough. God bless your exit if you're getting ready to evacuate. Bye.